Good morning, everybody. So once again, I want to welcome you to Views from the Hudson Valley, and our view this morning is gorgeous. It is a beautiful day here today. Hope it is where you are too. I have my coffee. I have my notes. I would like to have more of you. It is conversation. It takes two people, right? So anyway, let's get rolling for today. So yesterday we had the primaries happening across the country. And locally in New York, Tina Forte, who was the Republican running against AOC, she won the 14th Congressional District of New York, which is Brooklyn and Bronx, I think, and parts of those two. Nadler, unfortunately, Democratic winner for the 12th district in New York. I don't know how this man keeps pulling it off. If people really were to look into Nadler and look back to all the way back to when he was even in law school, you would see that the man has always had ulterior motives, a selfish motive. He's not for serving the people. And he's been building his network since those days. So if you ever look into the history of Jerry Nadler. Let's see. There were lots of news out of Florida, Sarasota County, Miami-Dade, Duval County, Martin County, and Clay County is all in Florida. Their school boards went from Democratic majorities, all flipped to Republican yesterday. Same thing happened similarly in Texas yesterday. So these somewhat purple states, I don't know how Texas or Florida has ever been seen as, I do know how, and how as purple, because the people are generally red, but we know that our elections aren't as they should be, so it comes up more purple than what it actually is. But anyway, they really colored the town red yesterday. Let's see, out of Baltimore yesterday, Baltimore post office yesterday announced that they found 26 ballots from 2020 election. House from 2020 election. They, sincerely apologize, and they were blank ballots, but like these people were like, there was one gentleman who was quoted in the article as saying that he requested his ballot to be mailed to him, never got an email saying that he was getting it, never got it. I don't know if he's one of the 26 that were found or not, but what a hot mess that is there. So that's why, like, I couldn't ever imagine that things were going to be fixed overnight. It was really going to take this long. Anyway, if you are following the election news across the country, I encourage you to follow on Twitter 1776 Project PAC. They are a driving force turning all these districts red. So that's 1776 Project PAC if you give them a follow on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, oh wait, let's go back to the elections. Nikki Fried, whatever her name is, out of Florida. I follow both sides in social media and in the news, because the more you know, the more you know. I like to know what their talking points are and stuff like that. But Nikki Fried, however you say her last name, she's been very vocal. Oh, we're going to get rid of DeSantis. We're going to make Florida blue, blah, blah, blah. Well, she lost yesterday to Charlie Christ, who's, also a Democrat, but he's less anti-Trump or what have you, or anti-DeSantis, however you want to say it. Let's see. So back to Twitter. I saw this morning that Veronica Wolski has been trending today so far on Twitter. And if you remember Veronica Wolski, she was the lovely lady from the People's Bridge, and she passed away. I think it was like January of this year or so. There were rumors about her as she surfaced that she might be Marilyn Monroe. I don't know what to make of that. But she, at any rate, had passed away, but she's trending today. And I would like to just, if you knew of her and or now know of her, just keep her in a positive thought today in the repose of her soul. She was a true champion for the people, and she was just an average, as far as I know, an average person who was fighting the good fight. And we need more Veronicas in this world. So keep her in your thoughts if you don't mind. Let's see. Oh, I saw this morning that it's being reported that Democrat Raphael Warnock, he used $61,000 worth of campaign funds to pay for child support. So that was something I saw in passing this morning. Big news this morning also is talking about the Iran deal, the nuclear deal. And Mike Pompeo is speaking out about it. Netanyahu is speaking out about it. And both saying that it would be disastrous to return to this failed Obama policy. So are we saving Israel for last? I don't know, but just keep your eyes on the news with the Iran nuclear deal. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Oh, Biden returns today. He's done with his vacations finally. He's supposed to be leaving Rehoboth at 10 o'clock this morning to head to the White House. We have a press conference today. We haven't had one of those since he's been on vacation with Jean-Pierre. And that is scheduled today for 3 p.m. Now, I watch almost every press conference that she gives. I try to watch it live if I'm available. And the way that I do this is I use Facebook and I get on the Breitbart page. The reason why I do this is because I like to see what other people's comments are as we're going through the press conference. I really, really enjoy seeing what other people are thinking and what their questions are and what questions actually end up getting raised. I wish the reporters would be watching the feed during the press conference so that they knew what questions we want asked. But at any rate, I invite you to join me today to go onto Facebook, go to the Breitbart page. The press conferences are almost never on time. This is scheduled for 3 o'clock today. My guess is probably going to be more like 4 o'clock in actuality. But anyway, start looking at around 3. What I actually do is I go to the official White House page on YouTube, and at the time that the press conference is supposed to start, and it will show either the logo with "waiting for it to begin" written across, or it'll show you the press room with all the reporters, the back of their heads with reporters waiting for it to begin. I stay on that until it actually starts, until Jean-Pierre walks out onto the podium, walks out to the podium. Then I switch over to the Breitbart. Breitbart doesn't start theirs until it is in full swing, but the White House page on YouTube lets me know when that actually is, because you don't always get the notifications on Facebook when you sign up for them. So that's the way I keep on top of that. But I would really encourage you to join me today on the Breitbart page on Facebook for the press conference. And I'm going to be I always comment on there. Sometimes it's snarky. You'll see a little side of me that you might not be familiar with because it is informal. I'm informal. So at any rate, I will be on there. I will be commenting. If you were part of today and that's what brings you to the Breitbart page later today, let me know. Say hello. I want to know who you are. Okay. And let's share some thoughts and questions during the press conference together, and we'll collect our notes tomorrow. So wrapping things up today. Some people told me that 9 o'clock isn't always a functionable time in the morning for them to come onto this and that they have to go back and watch. I understand. I appreciate you going back to watch, but it was suggested that maybe I do an evening one. So I'm thinking about a Thursday night wine and conversation, or beer and conversation, or water and conversation, whatever you got going on. It might possibly still be coffee, but doing basically the same thing, but in the evening hour for you. And I'm thinking Thursdays at 8 o'clock. That is my thought rolling around my head right now. But I need your comments and your suggestions to let me know what's going to work best for all of you. And we'll see what we can do together. Okay. I hope that you are enjoying this beautiful day. Remember, the fight is still going strong. Remember that it is a spiritual battle as much as a political, if not more than a political battle. And it is our faith in this great country and in the man above that is going to get us through all of this. And we have to rely on each other. We need to come together and build this network together. Let the world know that this is America, that we stand for for the freedoms for everybody, freedom of thought, the freedom of medical choices, the freedom of religion, all of it, that together we are standing up for freedom. God bless. Have a beautiful day.